What's up, everyone? Nethervoid back, more Satisfactory 2 season, or Satisfactory 2, I wish, dude. Season 2, episode 38 of Satisfactory here on my channel. Let's play. Here we go. Got a lot of work to do today. I'm hanging out with Offline Player here. We've been chilling, having a great time, talking about the factory and what we got going on. Well, he's not really doing anything. He never really does. He just sips his coffee. He's kind of like the manager. He just kind of sits there, right? But anyway, we've been doing a lot of work. Last episode up in the new manufacturing facility. You can sort of see it from here. Sort of. Like right there. Sort of. Right there. It's so awesome, and I love spending time up there. I spent another 2 or 3 hours off camera up there just making it more beautiful, expanding it, kind of setting it up for today's build, which is computers. And then also I spent some time down here in the much neglected assembly plant, which is really just the redhead stepchild over here of pretty buildings. Even these other buildings are more complete than the assembly plant, which is just a skeleton. And eventually, hopefully, it will get the love and attention it needs to really start to look good like the manufacturing facility. So we really do need to get computers, and not only because we need to start pushing basically completing phase 3 of the space elevator, but also we're going to need those computers for tier 7 and 8 stuff, more manufacturers, things like that, and to pump our trains. There are a few upgrades that are going to require computers, and I was going to do some upgrades with the heavy modular frames, but really we need computers to also help us out with this. So instead of doing that, I pushed it back, as you can see on the to-do list right here. All right, I can put it right up with a little bit of looking like Saturn right there. It's kind of cool. And Offline Player, his butt, I guess. But I pushed it down on the list because we need to get circuit boards so we can get computers. Then we can do all those train upgrades, and our trains will run a lot faster. Then it's time to expand the power system because we're going to go on a rampage, adding and expanding and rebuilding, and it's going to be glorious, okay? We are going to get to what I call Factory 3.0. Right now we're on Factory 2.0. I mean, yeah, I would say it's 2.0. Really, Factory 0 is you first start out, you just kind of put some stuff together really fast. You get like tier 1 and 2. Factory 2 is tier 3 and 4. Factory 0 is 1 and 2. Factory 1 is 3 and 4, because that's the real factory. You put some foundations down. It's going to stick around for a while you're in 3 and 4. Tiers 5 and 6 is Factory 2, which is what you see right here, which is just the first expansion, for me at least in this series, into trains, things like that. I would say permanent buildings is a signifier of a Factory 2.0. And it's 2.0 once you convert everything from Factory 1 into new buildings with Factory 2. Well, now we're going to go for Factory 3, which is going to be it's not going to be a new factory, it's just going to be a much upgraded factory. The permanent buildings will be prettier, and I can work on those. I only think I actually need to build one more building, which is going to be the ore. I forgot about the ore warehouse we're going to put right here, so we can collect more nodes of ore and bring them all into one facility and then ship everything out from there. I'm pretty sure that's my last building, unless I need to expand, like, the assembly plant over to here to assembly plant B, which is kind of in the plan, right? Because we know we're going to run out and run into the side of the mountain there. So now that we've talked about the strategy for what we're doing, let's get over to assembly plant A and get this thing moving. I've already got it all set up. We just have to start slapping stuff in. I have 3 different ways to make circuit boards, and we're going to talk a little bit about why I am choosing the one I am choosing. That is really slow, man. This hypertubes need some accelerators. So I think, yeah, let's put my flashlight on here. Now I've already put in the trains for today, which I had to put in, I want to say 8 trains or something like that. Six or 8 trains, I can't remember. It's a lot. I've already got all those put in, and we need to. We know what we need to do. We need beacons, because we're gonna need like 6 more trains or something like that. And the closest place, I mean, I could just make them right here, I guess. We don't need to go over there. I just passed by that place. Where is my equipment thing? There it is. There is one. So let's make some beacons real fast. I don't know how many I need. Let's just make like 25 of them. That's going to drain out my resources here. Why don't we just make 15 of them for now? Because I really don't want to run out of my wire and stuff like that. Although I can just grab some from over here. Let's do that. Let's grab some from up here. That means we can make some more, actually. Let's make... We're going to need... I think we're going to need 25 of these guys. Because we need 5 trains. We have 5 demand trains. So let's just get 25 of these. There we go. And I'm pretty sure I'm out of wire. Well, just about out of wire now. So let's grab a stack of this guy, or let's just refresh our stack. That looks good. Man, I went back and watched the accelerated start episode 1 of season 2, and the inventory space is ridiculous. It's like 3 lines. I was like, that's all you have when you start? I kind of forgot. But yeah, it's nuts. I'm glad that I have the inventory space that I do. I know sometimes I complain about it, but it's definitely better than 3 lines of inventory. I don't know how we would get by with that, with just 3 lines. We're ready to rock. Let's just slap... Okay, so we're going to do copper sheet and silicon, or silica, for our circuit boards, okay? That's an alternate recipe. It actually gets you the max per minute per machine, basically. And it's 2, I would say, raw materials that are not used very often, and they aren't using that many builds, so they should be sitting around just going... I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go, guys. And you don't want to split your stuff too much. Like, I think I have 3 people demanding steel pipe right now, which isn't bad. We can make steel pipe. It comes out pretty quick, all those things. But that means basically they're all waiting at the steel pipe station, right? Because there's so much demand on steel pipe, and we just don't have that much throughput on steel pipe right now. So we're going to have to expand that. So let's get this guy in. Let's go to the train bar here. We're going to want 4 cars. This is the 4. All raw materials are on 4-car system. Let's tell this guy, you are going to want... First, let's name him demand, APA, copper sheet. All trains all demand stations are the ones that own trains because they're where it sits when it's not needed. And so we name all the trains after their demand station. So we want supply copper. Copper works. No. We want copper sheet. There it is. Bam. I don't think anybody else is using this, so this is going to fill up like right away. And it's just going to be Oh, no. Don't add that. That means it won't do anything. Thank you guys for that. Reminding me not to do that. So we're going to have a new station, right? Yeah, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. Bada bing, bada bam. 0, save changes, turn it on, go. Go get us some. So it's going to go get us some copper sheet. Now we need to go upstairs and get ourselves some silica. Again, nobody is requesting that, so it should be a no-brainer, super easy. Let's build another train. A lot of these newer builds are just going to be building like trains and train stations pretty much because it's all about bringing in resources, and there aren't that many machines to start out with, at least. So this is pretty much what we're going to be seeing a lot of. APA again, silica. Oh, I'm so glad I went by to change concrete's station name and stuff like that. As you can see, well, I guess over here, available stations. If you go down here a little bit, there's supply concrete. Should be back here. Yeah, there it is. I changed that name. But I went over to get some more silica because I was making a bunch of glass in the glass windows and stuff in the manufacturing center, and I noticed I named the stations completely backward. I had quartz crystal on silica and silica on quartz crystal. I'm so glad I saw that because this would have been a nightmare, which would have been fun for you guys, I guess. But not fun for me, damn it. All right. No, we're way down here, actually. Quartz works. No, supply something silica. No, I'm seriously. Oh, no, it's way down here, actually. It's one of the last things we put on our system. Remember? Ooh, I got to redo. Oh, well, let's keep going. Where are you? There you are. Supply. Raw materials, silica. You want to fill all the way up, dude. No one is over there. Nobody cares about you yet. So this is perfect. And then you're going to drop it off at the demand station, obviously, because that's where you live. So you're going to go rob that guy and bring it back to daddy, all right? All right, go get it. Go get it. Go fill me up. He's going to drop off right there. Now, I already actually went around. I can't believe it's taken me 80 train stations probably to figure out that, or 60 or whatever it is, a lot, to switch all these dudes that are raw materials and stuff to unload. In fact, unload is more common than load. But I guess it may... I don't know why they would do that as default. I guess so it doesn't screw your train system up. But anyway, they're going to go get us some stuff. If we go look at... Oh, nope. If we go look at... Oh, no. You know what we need to do, too, is we need to switch this to glass. I wonder if I can just switch it. No. You got to take it out. Okay. I thought maybe I could just put glass foundations in right here. What was I saying? I don't even remember. That isn't a glass foundation. That is a roof. We want glass foundation. Let's go to here. Foundations. Glass. What? Where's my glass? Is it under architecture? Strange. Where are my glass foundations? Oh. Okay, it's not really a foundation. It's some kind of architecture. Anyway, there we go. Sweet. Not a big fan of the crossbeam right there. I'd like to turn it. Can I turn it? Yes. Okay, let's... I know that's a little picky, but it's okay. I think everybody in this game's a little picky, right? If they're not... Well, I mean, I guess there are people who are just unorganized, have unorganized organization? I guess. That doesn't make sense, I don't think, but it is what it is. As you get older, you realize that everybody does things a little bit differently, and it's okay. Like, it doesn't really bother you, so who cares? Okay. So what I was trying to show you was the logistics area is all set up. I got a load balancer on copper sheet because we will be using that for other builds. As far as I know, at least for now, silica is not used in any other assembly build. So I think we're good to go there. So those guys will be showing up real soon. I'm going to change up my logistics over here on the assembly plant from our typical way of doing it, because I think I've found a better way to do to get the product back to us. But let's get these guys in. This is a very common build for us, so I'm not expecting any, you know, difficulties here. It's gonna be super easy. Is that even lined up the way I want it? I don't think so. I always do that. Every time I say something's gonna be easy, I always go, is that right? Is that what I want? It's not. See, I want it on the line. So I want that right there. So let's just move him over a little bit. Let's just do that. Alright. So you're probably seeing me do a bunch of logistics stuff. And this is what we spend most of our time on in the game, I'd say. I don't know. I think most of the time in the game is probably more spent on setting up trains, at least for me. I don't know about you guys. What do you spend most of your time in the game on? Oh, building structures? Yeah, that's huge. I spend a lot of time doing that. I mean, I like doing it, but it takes a lot of time. I don't know. Also, I just heard the train come back, and we've got supplies, baby. We've got supplies, at least with one train. I think I heard both of them, actually, which would be pretty sweet. Almost done with this, hopefully, here. Alright, now that we got that in, I think what we should do, instead of hooking it up to the train right away, is just, like, make sure this thing works. Obviously, we'd have no power. Yeah, we should probably fix that real quick. But I already have all the power stuff set up. So let's just do that. It's literally 4 machines. I don't need to do any time lapses or anything. And that's it. Okay, those guys have power now. I'm pretty sure we have raw materials. Yes, we do. Everything's ready to rock. It's saying, hey, dude, we're cool. Now, back here, I'm using Mark IV belts, because anything off the logistics network, off the train, is going to use Mark IV belt. And then what I'm going to do is eventually I will upgrade these things to use the Mark IV belts. Right now, we don't really need them. So on this side of the fence, I'm going to be using Mark III. So let's get that set up. The way I like to do this is to basically go like this, and then do it again to here, and then we'll get that guy hooked up in a second. I don't want to go too quickly here. Let's get this guy hooked up. We want another one there. Let's get this guy rocking too. There we go. And then we're going to hook the side in and let it start chunking. This is going to give us 7.5 per minute for each of these machines. And so I think that's quite a bit of circuit boards. It's going to be definitely enough for us. It's going to be awesome. And we usually like to go right there, huh? All right, let's get these 2 guys in. Then we're going to be done with this build, and we really just have to hook it up to the train, outbound train, because computers are going to want these. So we can't just leave it unhooked up like we've done. The original couple of builds we did in the assembly plant, I just put them in boxes because we didn't really have any demand for them just yet. But circuit boards really are a subcomponent, and nothing except computers needs them right now. So let's watch them ka-chunk, make sure everybody is working and everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. Again, this is getting us 12 well, it says 12.5 per minute. That's weird because, oh, that's right. 7.5 is the other alternative recipe. So we're getting tons of this. This is 50 per minute. That's pretty good for an assembly item, okay? Let me just draw these belts in real quick, and we could get this hooked up to the train, and then we can get out of here. It's weird that alternate recipe does not get you as many. It's just odd. Usually they're better than the originals. Maybe it saves power or something. Okay, we're about ready to get this guy into the system here, and then we're gonna hook this guy up at the train. And then computers isn't set up, so it's not like it's requesting anything right now. We just have to, oh wait, we usually like to put one of these guys here. I didn't really set anything up down here, because this stuff is so fast, I don't really see a need. Let's do some painting though while we're here, just to make sure it stays at least as pretty as we've got it for now, right? Alright, there we go. I will do everything else later. We probably want, oh yeah, we usually want like a door right here, because that way we can get out here. Do I usually do it like that? Yeah. Let's go put a door in, because we won't have access down here. Let's paint this guy, because he does look cool with the paint, yeah, that paint scheme. Alright, so the way we do that, the reason we're doing this is so we can walk around here, put this guy into right there. Okay, cool. So again, we're going, we'll just use tier 3 for now, I guess. The way we want to do this is we're going to come down from here, right? And then we're going to basically just draw this in, so it's loading onto the train. There. Okay, it's loading onto the train. Now we're going to put the smart splitter in case it does overflow, and we're going to, well, where do we put this guy? He goes pretty much on that line. So let's go right there, right? And then we can just do that. There we go. Great. Okay, this guy is going to go any, and then right is overflow. I don't think I have these hooked up right now, so this is kind of just a for no reason kind of a thing. Why don't we upgrade all these guys, though, to Mark IV belt? Because they're going to be having a lot of, could be more than 270 items on the line here. I don't think that's going to be the case for a while. But if it is the case, I am going to want to sink this stuff. Now, right now I'm sinking tons of rubber and plastic. So this sink is really not that necessary. And I almost have everything I want, so I have this guy turned off for now, because I really need all these subcomponents. Right? I mean, like, the biggest one is encased industrial beam. That guy is, like, out. We need to expand this thing before we can sink stuff. Okay, so that guy's all hooked up. He's going to be dumping into the train for a long, long time. And then he will stop himself. And he will not overflow into the sink, because we have that turned off. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. Okay, we can check that off the list, so let's do that. I always forget to do that. Boom. Okay, that build is done. Let's make sure... Well, we already did. Everybody's chunking. No one has any build-up. Everybody is full up on everything. Okay, good. What I'm doing here is checking the logistics, make sure that all these like lifts and stuff are working properly and everything. So this build is good. It's time to go up to the manufacturing center, that sweet manufacturing center, which is basically the opposite of this guy. This is like two twins separated at birth. One that ended up with just a great life, and the other one has a crap life. But they both do wonderful things. Just this one's not as pretty. It actually does more work than manufacturing center. That thing's only making that only one item, right? And it's consuming everything. Little bastard. So if you think about it, the assembly plant is better. We should put a vote out. Do you like the assembly plant or the manufacturing center? The worker bee, the guy who's actually doing all the work, or the guy who just looks pretty? Anyway, I'll see you up there. Let's get the computer built in. It never gets old. And we're here. With style. Oh yeah. Best building in my Let's Play for sure. Man, this place is awesome. And I rewired the lights. Looks a lot tighter and sweeter in here. And look at this, guys. Oh yeah. That looks like a proper building right there, man. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so also it's all separated. Check this out. Like there's like glass everywhere. And if you want to go down in the machine area, this is like for execs, you know? Or like tours for kids and stuff. Like, oh, this is where we make heavy modular frames, and computers are going right there pretty soon. Don't mind all the power poles. That's just something the game makes you do. I don't know why, and that's why they're all over, and it looks very crazy. Instead of just using turbo fuel to let the hover pack do its thing. Anyway, kids, don't go in there. And this is where you come down if you're working on the machines and stuff. I'm telling you, steel pipe is just being eaten alive down here, man. It is the thing to need. And also, those regular modular frames also were kind of a little bit elusive for a while. I also reran all these belts and stuff to kind of get them out of the way and tighten everything up in here. Pretty sweet. Now, we also need to do some requests here. Now that we're back in the nice... Oh, man, I'm getting some weird jumpy lag. I wonder if it's because I have so many entities or whatever drawn in right here. Yeah, it's weird. I also need to turn my machine off pretty soon. I think it's been on a couple days. Man, that looks so slick. Anyway, we're going to get back to it. Get back to it, John G's. Alright, down here in the train room, we need to draw walls in still. That's fine. I'm still working on the upstairs. I already have all the stations in, and I think we needed to request... Yeah, here's the circuit board one. So let's get this guy going and let him populate. Let's get to our train bar and just throw these guys in. Actually, yeah, we only need 3 more trains, which is good because we only have the 15 beacons, so that's actually perfect. These guys need paint. I'm going to paint the assembly plant a color. Now, I tried to do this one other time, and nobody really said anything. What color do you think it should be? Now, it has to be a color I like-ish. Like, don't say, you know, puke brown or something. That's probably not going to work. But let me know what you think in the comment section on that. I'll see what I can do. Demand, manufacturing center. We want circuit board, right? So we're going to say, go get me the thing that you just made, right? Circuit boards. I want a full carload. I don't care how long I have to sit there to get it. And then I'm going to go back to the demand for circuit boards, which isn't here. Oh, there it is. Wow, I made that many train stations since then. Oh, that's right. I put this one in anticipation of needing it, just to see how many trains I was going to be able to fit in here. That's right. So save that and then go get it. All right, go get me those. Love that. I love that you can just set something up and it'll go get it. You don't have to do belts and all this other junk. All you have to do is run a couple of lines and you're done. I love that. See, here's another station. It's just literally hanging out, waiting to be used. All right, so quick wire. I think this is the second pull on quick wire, so we're probably going to have to up that as well. And I think it does come in this direction. Yeah. This is the exit. This is export, right? This is getting us out of here. Now this is a raw material. Uh-oh, frames. We need some frames, dudes. We need frames. Luckily, I can just rob from this guy. I can steal his frames here, if he has any. He should. He's going to get more, but he should have some in here. He has none! Oh man, no, dude. Dude. SpongeBob, dude. Oh, dude, SpongeBob. Anyway, I might have to go back. I might have to go back, dudes. I thought there was a bunch of them up here. And all of a sudden, there's not. And that fast, everything dies. See? Ooh, I could grab these. You know what I can do? I can grab them from up here still. Let's just rob these guys. Give me all your frames. You can get them some other time. You don't need these as much as I do. Alright, there we go. And they're going to shut off because, man, the heavy frame, dude, is like sucking up the resources. Something fierce. Now, of course, I've got it filling up a whole platform and a giant can. Not maybe the brightest thing to do, but it certainly is sucking up the resources. Now, it wouldn't be that bad if we just had a bigger system, and that's why we need just more, right? More. That's the name of this game, and we're getting into the part of the game where you're just going to need more and more all the time, which I think is kind of cool. You know, it gets you away from building new things. Building new things can be fun. It's just it does get a little like taxing. So demand, manufacturing center. We want, what is this again? Quick wire. Quick wire. All right, sounds good. Let's hook it up here. Yep, there we go, right there. Boom. That was easy. This guy will be the end for demand. So this is the hardest part here. Well, it's not like this. This is hard. This is easy. There we go. Boom, boom, bada bing, bada bam, and we're at 0 here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, go get it. Thanks, dude. And now we're gonna set up rubber. Now this is the first pull on the refinery. I haven't had to pull plastic. I thought I was gonna have to use plastic for the circuit boards, but then I found out, you know what? I'd rather use something else. Plastic is not easy to get. You gotta like pump more oil and stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's as easy to get as something like silica or copper sheets. Those are easy, right? Nobody needs those hardly, so it totally works. Okay, this guy, your demand manufacturing center rubber, and you should be pretty low on the list over here. Turbo fuel rubber, oh, rubber right there, right alongside plastic, which makes sense. And check the card there for my fixing of the rubber and plastic builds if you're into something like that. I had to balance that whole system because it's not perfectly balanced. It's balanced so that nobody gets stopped up. Turbo fuel, rubber, or plastic, they can all operate independently. So go check that out if you're so inclined. And let's set the rest of this dude up. Save, turn on. Okay, now you go get stuff. Cool. Now while you're away, we're going to play, alright? We're going to go do some things. We're going to set up some things. We're going to do some damage up here. We're going to set up 5, well, really 4, because we already have one of them set up. We're going to set up 4 more of these manufacturers to do computers. I've already got everything built over here. And I'm actually going to leave in the middle foundation because the way the supports ended up working out, and actually that is wrong now. It doesn't really work with 2 foundations. It really works with 3. So I left the middle one in there. Alright, sweet. Let's get this all hooked up. We need... Oh, we have those. We need heavy modular frames, huh? No problems. We can get those. We have those. We make those. Now, I think... Do I want to... Before I expand my whole system, do I want to set up my base? That would technically be the last building. That would really be Factory 3.0. And then what I would do is send a train to everything and pick me up some stuff. That's what I would do. Let's pick up... Well, 50's going to do it. We'll pick up some more just because I want to make sure. And we're almost done with this. This guy's full. We're almost done filling that guy up. He's been filling forever. I don't know how he's still going, but he is. It just takes a lot of materials and stuff to make those things. And it takes a long time. We're only getting 15 per minute, so... But anyway... yeah, so I probably need to... The base is a good idea because I can just hypertube there real quick, get some resupply, and get on my way. You know what I mean? Like, I would probably have a hypertube system that got me there from the refinery, from this place, and from the assembly plant. I think everything else would be superfluous. Maybe the steel mill. Well, no, that's right next to the refinery. So that would probably be enough access points to get me around where I needed to go. I don't know. It could be fun. It's more of a fun project than it is something I need. Alright, we're going to slap 4 more of those in. That's how you do it. Now, this is an alt recipe for computer because the original one requires screws, and this is a screwless build because screws are just a pain. I don't want to deal with them. So we need... That's why we're using rubber, quick wire, and circuit boards, right? We're already... Circuit boards are just a staple anyway. As you can see, we're going away from plastic, so I'm wondering if this is a plastic-less build too. I don't know. It doesn't need to be. Just wondering. So this only has 3 inputs, which I guess is obvious since we only set up 3 demand trains, right? Let's color all these guys. I know we're going to need to color the rest of the stuff, but just the coloring is so cool with this swatch. If we set up the power, we can get rid of those poles. So why don't we set the power up? And to do that, we really need to set up these supports, because now I'm putting the power on the supports. And now what I do with the supports is I put them right in the middle so I don't have to mess around too much with things getting in the way. Wow, look at Nether using supports for his buildings and platforms and stuff. Never thought you'd see that day, did you? Alright, let's just slap these lines in, and it doesn't take very long. What's cool, I also noticed about having 1 pillar per machine, it just perfectly works out to also use it as a power anchor too, right? So there's just 1 per machine. It's super easy. Now our system is going to be really getting hit pretty hard. Not like we're going to run out or anything. Our blue line is now over the production, right? Our max consumption is now over production. So that's not great. And it's funny because we just amped this whole system up not too long ago. Let's get rid of the power poles that we can get rid of now that we can have the power to fly around and stuff. They just look nasty. I don't like them. I like to get rid of them. All right, let's hook the rest of this logistics up. And then we're going to get to producing these things. Production, right? Now, if I recall, yeah, you got to go behind the line. Is that behind? No, on the line. Okay, on the line, or these don't fit. Remember we had that problem before? I really don't know why it is, but it just is, right? There's nothing... It's not like you're like, oh, I can just do that different. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to do it the way the computer says you got to do it. Now, these supports, luckily, just fit right in. It's pretty awesome. And that's because I did my supports after I built my machines. And that's one thing to know about how to do supports. You know, manufacturers are not that difficult. I remember I was like, oh man, manufacturers have 4 inputs. It's going to be so tough. But they're really simple. They're not tough. Oh, wait, we're going that direction. All right, that looks good. Actually, having the supports in helps with where you're placing things on the ground in conjunction with where the machine is, right? Cool. Let's do this guy. This should be the last guy. There we go. Now let's get all the lifts in. This is actually, even though it seems really tedious, this is one of my favorite parts. Oh. Ooh. That's pretty sexy. I really like that. We're keeping it. The problem is, none of these other guys can do that. I mean, if I... No, none of these other guys can do this. No, I guess I'll just do it the junk way. See this way, where it's full max spread? That's how we're going to do it. It's not going to look sweet. It's just going to look jank and crappy, but that's fine, whatever. These guys only need tier 3. On the bottom, we're going to need tier 4 belts, though. And we're going to have to basically also manually get all these guys to connect, because none of these guys are going to connect automatically here, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. It's the system we've got, and we got to use it. We don't have a choice. Yep, there we go. Ooh, yeah, okay. So a little bit easier build here, but still, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's the same as if you just had 4 is not much different than 3, really. The one thing is, I guess the supply will be different. It'll be easier to bring in 3 rather than 4. But we have the space, and when you have the space, anything's simple. I could do 7. It wouldn't really matter. All right, so that's good with that. Let's get them belted in now. I don't really care what it looks like. Just get in there. It's logistics, you know. It's not rocket science here. And nope, that is not what I want. All right, let's keep going. Oh, that's going to be interesting. We might get some trains right underneath these logistics guys. I didn't think of that. I mean, not under these guys specifically, I don't think. But we might get a build that wants to be right on top of a train export. That would be, yeah, interesting. All right, almost done with this. Just need to do these guys. Actually, these should be tier 4. So let's put tier 4 in here, because we want these guys to move fast. Or Mark 4. And we want to make sure these guys get supplied very quickly. These are very hungry builds, and so it's just best to use really fast belts in here. Not only just to give them items per minute, because they don't need this many items per minute, but to make sure they spend as little downtime as possible. Which actually, since they have such a big buffer inside the machine itself, I guess it doesn't really matter. That was weird. But whatever. I like using the Mark IVs on this part. Is that everything? Yeah. Alright, so let's start feeding in all of our subcomponents. Now, I know that's one of them. That's circuit boards, pretty sure. So I guess he probably should turn and, like, really hug this. Because we're going to have an export from the next set of machines that go right there. The export's going to want to run right across here, right? Is that correct? Wait, let's go look. No. No, it's inside the line. Right, so it's gonna be about, well, maybe it would be right there. I don't know. Well, actually, it's gonna start right here. So let's go check where this guy is. He is on the line, which means the mergers are just inside. So if this guy's on the line, oh, the mergers will be like right here. So I think we'll be okay. But let's turn him anyway. So we want to mark 4. Right? And he's going out. I don't think I can turn him that fast. I could just turn him as we go out. I think that'll be fine, because it looks like... Oh, he's right where a support is supposed to be. Oops, no, I don't want him there. So that's a little weird, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. Oh, we almost forgot to upgrade him anyway. Okay, let's get his belt drawn in. He'll just be the lowest belt here. I need a conveyor pole. I know I have one on the bar somewhere. There we go, 9. Really, we just have to go to here. You can literally just curve around. Let's get him over here. I'm not going to hook him up just yet, though. Oh, they're not back yet. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, now our other 2 guys are over here. Wow, these are going to be really spread out. By the time you get down here to like number 3 or 4, or like 4 or 5, we're going to be pulling from way over here and stuff. That's going to be interesting. AKA not very fun. Alright, well, let's turn these guys like we like to do. We'll do it like this. That should really be lined up. It's really odd that it's not. This one is, right? Okay, good. Let's get some Mark IV belt. And I want to take it out, because I want it to be on the same line as this guy. So let's take it out like this. It's not. Oh, it's one over. Okay. He's not back yet anyway, so who cares? So let's okay, there it is. There's the line. 1, 2. Okay, now I need the line for this. Right there. This guy will be on the bottom, but he's going to go up into number 2 there. So let's have him go up, I don't know, right here looks kind of cool. Oh, man, okay, well, that's okay. Yeah, I want it to happen there. Yep, that's perfect. All right, now let's start drawing the upper level dudes, because this guy's going to be, and he's going to need one of these too, isn't he? That's fine. Okay, so this guy, he's going to need to be like this, and then like that, and maybe right there would be a good place to go up. Let's draw him over here. Actually, he's going to be where that conveyor belt is, isn't he? Nice. Very nice. Let's get him a little bit closer, I guess. I'm surprised we don't have product yet. It is pretty far, and our trains are not super fast. But that's why we need those upgrades, because the manufacturing center is really far away in comparison. And you can't just do hypertube boosters or whatever, you know, accelerators. It doesn't really work. All right, let's get this bottom dude in since no one's here yet. Boom. Okay. When they get back, everything should fill up, and we should hear some whirring. I'm not really sure what these machines do, actually. Now, we can use Tier 3 on the way back, because we're not getting many per minute, right? We should go calculate how many computers we're going to get per minute. But first, let's make sure we hook up the rest of the logistics. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get these. Let's get these in. There's only 5 of these guys. Super easy. I don't think I need to do a time lapse here. I might do it anyway, but we'll see. Do I like that? Yeah, you know, it's gonna clip. It's gonna clip pretty hard. So, you know, we're not doing that. Which is kind of stinky because we're gonna have a huge belt on these guys, but that's okay. Stinky is isn't that such a dirty word, guys? Sound like I'm 3 years old over here. But you know, YouTube, you can't do a lot of cussing and stuff. You just can't. Which makes sense, because people don't want their kids to cuss. Which, again, makes sense. You can cuss later when you figure it out. You're not an adult yet, so you don't get to. I've been trying to teach people that kind of stuff. Is why do we not have kids cussing? Well, it's so they can grow up and then make better decisions, you know, when they're older. Because it's actually, you know what's funny? Cussing is a code switch thing. Now, I know that you're going to be like, what? First, what is code switching? Code switching is when you change the way you're saying things. Not necessarily the language, but you change the jargon you use, and you change the slang you use, maybe even the what's it called? What's that called? Not dialect. Even dialect, I guess, would still fit, but accent even can be code switching. And so what's happening, like in the workplace, I don't cuss at all. When I'm with my friends, though, I cuss kind of a lot, more than they do, actually. And that's because I'm with a different group of people. So I'm cussing. Like, it's not that big of a deal, right, for that group of people. Okay, for this guy, we're going to run it on the outside of this dude right there, I think. We're going to run it over there. He's actually there. But yeah, so it's code switching. They don't know how to code switch yet. So they got to learn that. They're not going to know how to do that for quite a long time. All right, let's get this in real quick. But yeah, so that's why I don't think it's good for kids to cuss, because they just don't understand the code switching thing yet. And so they are going to cuss at the wrong times and make you look stupid as a parent. People are going to be like, why is your kid cussing? I don't understand. All right, it's all hooked up. We just need product now. I'm surprised we don't have any. You know, let's look on the map where those guys are. Well, we've got to get that crate, that's for sure. Nobody's back. Are they stuck? Well, yeah, we got a couple. Well, that's because they're getting pipe. This guy's stuck. Rubber guy is stuck. Okay, well, we need to unstick that guy because turbo fuel probably can't. Okay, so looks like Copper's getting a resupply because it's probably tough for this guy to... Okay, Quickwire's having an issue. Where's Copper's sheet? He's still filling up. He had a whole box. Yeah, we got to go check that guy out, too. I don't know why that guy should not be waiting. All right, we got some train issues. I'll see you down there in a second when so we can figure out what's going on with these trains. Well, I figured out what was wrong with the rubber train. It's kind of hard to get into a station that doesn't have any track that leads to it. So let's fix that. Like, what a newbie mistake, dude. Actually, no. That's not how we want to fix it. We like to do it this way. We're going to fix it like that. Now it's going to be like, oh, cool, like I can totally get to my station. Let's hook that guy up, too. And let's give him a signal, and that's probably okay. Oh, we have 2 guys that can't get back. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, no wonder we're having these problems. No wonder everything is a problem around here, it seems like. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Do that whole thing. You already have stuff up there, so that's perfect. I thought I did all this stuff. Apparently I didn't. Let's see if that unstoppers these dudes. Yes, it did. Oh, yeah. Well, that's not the guy. There he is. There's the man. And this dude. Sweet. Now we're just waiting on copper sheets? Again, no one else in the system needs this, so we probably should go check this out. Why is he chilling? He should have a giant load of that stuff already ready. Well, I will jump down there again. I'll be back in a second when I figure out what's wrong with that guy. I'm over here at the assembly plant. I already figured out what the problem is. Copper Sheets is not having a problem other than a supply problem, okay? The only problem we were really having with computers was the 2 trains didn't have connections to their stations for raw materials. Now, the other materials, circuit boards, is a subcomponent, right? So it's obviously just producing here. We need a full car of it. That's why this guy's just chilling. He's waiting to have a full car available. So I'm really tempted to just, why don't we just do this? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna tell him to leave, and then I'm gonna pick up everything I can out of this thing and give it to this guy, so that. I don't want him to have that. Give me back my pipes. That way he's going to have some circuit boards to just at least start making some computers with. And, well, let's jump up there. I want to see this whole thing work. And I don't know if I'm going to beat this guy. I really should have stayed in the train. Maybe I can... Can I beat him back? I want to ride this train all the way up. Well, actually, when I get to the T, where we go up into the manufacturing center, I'll probably beat this guy. It's so awesome to see all the trains moving around the system now. There are a bunch of trains moving all over the place now. Everywhere I go, I see trains flying all over the place. It's really cool. I'm just really excited about this system. Man, this building is looking so cool. The manufacturing center. Can't wait for it to be complete. It just looks so amazing. Boom. You can see I'm having some video lag or something. Something's going on with that. Usually it's a lot more steady than that. Oh, I have YouTube open. I was doing some research. Okay, so we're here, and that guy should be getting here at any moment. Let's go watch him come in, because I'm sure we beat him here. But he should be coming down the track pretty soon here. In fact, let's go up this track and go out the train entrance and exit. We never get to go in here because it's all cordoned off now. Watch, we see him coming in right through that hole right there. Yeah, this building is so sweet. Yeah, look at that sucker, man. It looks so great. See all the different things I've done with it. It's finally got its roof on it, by the way. I probably do need one more hypertube to get you back out. I just don't exactly know how to do that since I have an accelerator in there. But I might do a two-way accelerator in the tube right there. I probably could do that. But yeah, I'm not using roof. I'm just using the steel foundation just because it looks so cool. It looked weird with the steel roof on it, so I just took it off. It looks so cool like this, I think. But, man, it looks so sweet. Again, it just really needs some more red accents and stuff. This is a little unfortunate. I might have to look at why it's doing that. I don't really like that. It's not really part of the look and feel of this building, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, so here he comes. And you know what we're going to do? Why don't we just get in this guy and ride along with him? I want to see him go in. I want to see his experience going into the manufacturing center. See what his perspective on things here. This is pretty cool. I love how it has the entrance and exit and you don't see anything. Once I build those walls, which will probably be on the next episode, you'll see the walls in. You won't see anything else. And let's go like this, I guess. Cool. This is so cool. He almost clips, but he doesn't. Same thing right here. I built it just barely, so he just barely fits. Looking so cool. Again, the wall will come in and enclose this whole thing. It's going to look so dope. Alright, let's get out now, I guess. That's good enough. Alright, he's in. And we need to get over here so we can hurry up and run upstairs and watch all this stuff happen. Because that's a Mark IV belt. It's very fast. And this guy's waiting on frames again. Okay, here we go. Oh, we didn't do the coloring, did we? There we go. Here we go. Circuit boards are in, and computers are ka-chunking. You can hear them. They're ka-chunking. I just heard them. Awesome. 3.75 per minute times 5. It's not very many, but I think it's more. Yeah, it's almost 19. It's more than the heavy machine frames, so that's good. Or heavy modular frames. All right, let's colorize all this. Well, I'll do it off camera. Anyway, let me know what you think about this episode. Let me know what you think about the manufacturing center. I think it's looking pretty cool. It doesn't have a back end yet because I don't know how deep it's going to get. I don't know how many builds we need to put in here or trains or whatever. In fact, we don't need all this floor space, to be honest. I mean, we really just need more train space. But anyway, let me know what you think. And if you're new here, please subscribe if you liked what you saw and hit the like button. That also does help. And I will see you on the next one. Stay frosty.